And enjoy 5 years zero-interest financing on any purchase on approved credit. Only at Diamonds Direct. Directions and store hours at DiamondsDirect.com.
This is 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and Coach Ed Young on ESPN Radio 94.1.
And 757 Saturday Sports Talk is brought to you by Larry King Law Firm. If you're injured in an accident, you know who to call. 757-INJURED for Larry King. With the Coach Ed Young, I am Matt Hatfield. Dino Franza, our producer engineer on the other side of the glass, pushing the buttons, turning the knobs, keeping us afloat. And Dino brings us today's buy or sell ACC style with all that 757 flavor we mentioned with the Hall of Famer David Teal last segment. It's part of this buy or sell today. So, Dino, give us the questions as Ed and I will decide whether we want to buy or sell. You just bought a new house, didn't you? Or you're about to, Ed?
I don't know. It depends on money, man. I
just sold a house.
I sold a house. I need some coin. I want to contribute to my
you need some shekels?
Place to leave shekels.
He wants some shekels. I got a few shekels for you. All right, what's our first buy or sell deal?
Okay, first buy or sell. Virginia Tech linebacker Rayshard Ashby leading the ACC in tackles for a second consecutive season. His 120 total stops was 36 more than the next closest guy on the Hokies last season. So do you buy or sell with the tackles leading in the ACC again this year?
I'm buying if they're playing. Now, if they're not playing, I'm not buying. But which right now, we don't know when Virginia Tech's next game is going to be. But I'm buying. I don't think there's any big-time thumper that's going to keep him from leading the ACC in tackles. But I think most of your better defenders across the landscape, whether you're talking at Clemson or Florida State or Miami, I think they're going to be kind of broken up pretty evenly. And Ashby has to make tackles for that defense. So I'm buying. Put me down for buy.
I'm going to go
2
sell.
shekels.
I'm going to sell it.
You're selling?
I think he's going to be more known in the game planning to make sure that he's not getting licks in. And for some crazy reason, I think our man, if he stays healthy,
I know you're going there. Jeremiah
He's going to make some hits.
Your buddy from Bethel. He made a lot of hits on your basketball team, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a man-child.
He was good.
I'd like to see the young man go ahead, the Virginia Tech guy, go ahead and lead it, but I don't think he will.
All right, put me down for buy and sell for Ed. What's the next, Dino?
Okay, Wake Forest defensive end Carlos Boogie Basham has made a tackle for loss in 18 consecutive games, the longest active streak at the FBS level in the nation. Will he make it 19 straight games with a tackle for loss when the Demon Deacons battle Clemson in primetime on ABC tonight?
So do you see Boogie Basham, who started at Northside High School out there in Roanoke? Ed, I love that nickname, Boogie Basham. Do you see him bringing down Lawrence or Etienne or anybody for Clemson behind the line of scrimmage this evening?
Why does it have to be their first game? Sell.
By the way, I'll save it for later, my little statistical nugget that I have to do, because it coincides with my upset special, which I don't want to give away right now. You're going to go sell? I'm going to go sell as well, because I think Clemson's got to know he's their most disruptive force, and we're going to double team him. So
yeah, he's going to be.
I don't think he's going to get there. I do think he'll have a decent game, but it's not going to matter. Clemson in a rout.
Okay, we had Boogie Basham there. Another name that sparkles, I guess you could say. Buy or sell. UNC wide receiver Daz Newsome, also known as Dazzlin' Daz by longtime Hampton Crabbers coach Mike Smith. Will he lead the ACC in receptions, yards, or touchdown catches? Newsome was third in the ACC in receptions per game and 5th in receiving yards per game last season.
Ooh, that's a tricky one. You know I love me some Dazzlin' Daz. What do you say? I think he's going to be right there, but what's going to hurt him, Ed, is his teammate, Diami Brown. And by the way, UNC is going to have a lethal passing attack. It might be right there neck and neck with Trevor Lawrence and Clemson there, with Sam Howell slinging it around the yard for them, and their offense could be virtually unstoppable until they run into maybe a defense as good as Clemson's. I think they're going to kind of split a lot of the catches, yards, and touchdowns, and I think they'll both be in the top 5, probably in all 3 categories, but I'm not sure he's going to be atop the conference in either. So as much as I'd like to see this be a buy for Dazzlin' Daz, I'm going to sell.
I hate to say it, too, because I'm going to say, again, he's one of our guys, local guy. I got to sell it, too. It's probably going to be on the team, like a Wake Forest or somebody who has one weapon, basically. That guy's going to do all the catching.
Well, that guy, I think, opted out. Surratt. He opted out for Wake. But there's going to be a team, to your point.
Yeah, you made a good point. There's too many weapons that it's going to be spread out for Carolina.
Yeah. All right. What's next on the docket?
Okay, buy or sell. Pittsburgh defensive end Patrick Jones out of Chesapeake's Grassfield High, leading the ACC in sacks. Note that Jones was fourth in the conference last year with 8.5 sacks. League leader Greg Russo of Miami had 15.5 and has opted out, and has the guy that was third in the ACC with 10.5 sacks. That was Pitt's Jalen Twyman. So Pittsburgh defensive end Patrick Jones, will he lead the ACC in sacks? Buy or sell?
Ed, what do you think?
Sell.
You're going to sell. You don't see it. You are down on our 757 guys.
I'm selling too much. Someone on Clemson is going to lead the league in sacks.
You know why he's selling, Tino? He doesn't have the money to buy right now. He's
true.
broke. He's broke as a joke.
That indirectly might be why I'm selling so much.
I'm buying this one. Listen, you just heard Dino say Gregory Rousseau from Miami. He's opted out. So has Jalen Twyman from Pitt. And I think Patrick Jones, and by the way, the only thing that's going to hurt him in this cause, and this is what makes me a little bit squeamish, nervous about this, because I just used the argument somewhat to an extent with my Daz Newsome leading the ACC and Diami Brown being his teammate. Now, Rashad Weaver's coming back from injury. He had a knee injury last year, missed the whole season. He's the other DN for Pitt. But I still think Patrick Jones can do it. I'm holding out hope for him. I think he's going to be right there anyways in the mix, and I'm going to say he just barely does it, although Weaver is good enough to be right there in the top 3 or 4 in the league in sacks as well.
All right, buy or sell. This one might be the easiest, maybe. Someone other than Clemson's Trevor Lawrence will lead the ACC in passing yards. Last year, Lawrence had 3,665 passing yards. It was tops in the conference when he was a sophomore. So buy or sell on that one.
That seems like an obvious buy, right?
You would think.
I'm here to tell you I am selling it because, listen, I just mentioned with Teal, they have Travis Etienne. This guy can run the ball. And here's the thing. He led the ACC in passing, but just by a smidge over Sam Howell of UNC. And here's the thing you have to factor into the equation why you think it's a no-brainer buy. Clemson's going to have a big lead in most of the games. So how much are you going to be chucking the ball around the yard? So on the surface, you say, this is a no-brainer. You're crazy, Hatfield. He's the best quarterback in the country. You got to buy this. I'm selling because he's probably going to be sitting in the second half some of these games. Sell.
Easy sell. And I ain't have to say because you already did it.
You're not buying anything today, are you? He did buy the donuts.
He did buy. I was going to say he's broke. He bought the donuts.
There you go. Put all your money on donuts. So you're saying easy sell too.
He's not. I don't see. Same reason. He's not going to play every game.
You like my logic? Okay.
Right. He's not. They're up. They're going to beat Wake Forest 57-7. He's going to be in the third quarter firing the ball. Fourth quarter firing. No. Be on the bench. No, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, he'll be smooching. Well, he can't smooch with the girlfriend. He's got to practice social distancing, and she'll be in the stands. He is getting married, though. I saw he got engaged the other day. Might have been about a week or two ago, but anyhow. All right, what's our next two we got? What we got?
Okay, our next buy or sell. Clemson not only wins every ACC game this season, but they do so by more than 7 points each time out.
Ooh, so by more than a touchdown, Ed, Clemson's going to win every ACC game, which would include against your fighting Irish of Notre Dame with Jeremiah Owusu. Are they going to win every game?
No. Notre Dame's going to beat them.
Going to beat them? Whoa.
Write it down, guarantee, lock it, fence it.
Are you going to do it like Charles Barkley? I guarantee.
Guarantee it. Notre Dame will beat Clemson.
Wow. I don't think that's going to happen.
And that's not picking with my heart. It's going to happen.
So you're going to go sell on this?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sell.
I'm going to go sell. They will win every ACC game. They will not get beat by Notre Dame, in my opinion. But they always have a game each year where I think every great team has that game that makes you nervous, a field goal at the end. They lost to Pitt one year. They lost to Syracuse. Dino Babers' Oranges one year. I think there will be a game where they are off their A game and somebody will catch them kind of napping. It might not be. As a matter of fact, UNC last year darn near beat them, took them to the wire. I think they'll be up for UNC. So it might be one of those middle of the pack teams on a dreary Saturday in late October, early November, where Clemson's got to get awake in the third quarter to make a comeback or hold off the team. So I will go sell as well.
Okay, let's talk UVA here. Their 6 home games this year are against NC State, North Carolina, Louisville, Duke, Abilene Christian, and Boston College. Okay. Their away games are Virginia Tech, Clemson, Wake Forest, Miami, and Florida State. So buy or sell. UVA will go undefeated at home, winless on the road.
Wow. So, again, their road games, Clemson, who they'll be an underdog against, Tech, Florida State, probably an underdog, maybe. Miami, I think they'll be an underdog. Wake Forest, probably a slight to medium favorite, although that's a trap game, I think, on their schedule. So they could conceivably, I think, go winless on the road. Their home games, Abilene Christian, they're going to beat. BC, I think they can beat. Duke, I think they can beat. NC State, I think they'll beat, they only won 4 games last year. And then you got UNC and Louisville with 2 very explosive offenses, though they come in Charlottesville. That seems like that might be, Ed's only buy today. Are you going to buy it, or are you selling that? Winless on the road, undefeated at home.
They're going to win on the road, and they're going to lose at home.
Which ones?
There's no question. They're going to lose a game or 2 at home.
Well, give me the game.
At home, they're going to lose. Give me the home schedule again.
Okay. Abilene Christian.
Win.
Boston College.
Should be a win.
Duke.
Should be a win.
NC State.
I think State can upset them, but I'll say win.
All right. North Carolina.
They're not beating North Carolina.
Are you going to guarantee it like the Chuckster?
Write it down again. Put it in there with the other one.
And we're going to make Kevin from Newport News and all our UVA fans out there very mad. Ed Young guarantees.
I don't hate Virginia.
Notre Dame.
I hope they win every game. Except
Hold on, I'm writing
down.
Notre Dame will beat Clemson. I don't know. What would they put in your orange juice with those donuts? I don't know what they mixed in that orange juice. He had some. That's some good OJ.
Orange juice and donuts. That's just not a good combination.
Might have made me.
It's not like milk and donuts or coffee.
Yeah,
and donuts.
exactly. You got to have the milk or the coffee with the donuts. And what was your other guarantee? Oh, UVA will lose to UNC. Write that on a T-shirt, Underdog, or put that on a sticky note and plaster it on one of our walls.
Do that as locker room motivation.
So you're selling this. You're not buying this. Yeah. And by the way, which game are they going to win on the road? Since Clemson,
give me guarantee.
Clemson,
nope.
Virginia Tech,
yes.
Okay, Miami. They're going down to Coral Gables to beat Miami.
I don't think they're going to beat Miami.
Okay, so that's no. Florida State in Tallahassee.
Put it this way: they're going to lose one of those 2 games, Miami or Florida State. They're going to lose one of those.
I want to know which game are they going to win, not which one are they going to lose.
Okay, who else?
And the other one that they probably will win or could win or should be favored in to win, maybe the only game they're favored on the road, Wake Forest.
Oh, they'll beat Wake Forest by 3 touchdowns.
Is that a guarantee?
Put that as a third guarantee.
That's the third guarantee this morning.
I'm rolling, baby. I'm
going to sell on this. I think, it is very possible that they do go undefeated at home and win us on the road. I'd say it's almost 45, 50% possible, but I'm going to say sell. I think they do manage to squeak out a win over Wake, and they will maybe get... Boy, that's tough to say. Undefeated at home. I don't know if they can beat Carolina and Louisville. They might get one of those 2, but I don't see both of them. So I will go sell as well on that. So I had some mixtures of buys and sells, but Ed literally sold all, 7 of those?
He sold out.
You're a sellout. You're a sellout,
I need
Ed.
money.
Well,
I need the money.
We're going to come back and give you my gigantic upset, and then we got some NFL picks like we did on the 757 at 6 with Hightower and me. We're going to do 3 games against the point spread that Ed and I will give you our guarantees. We can also use over-unders on that as well. He'll go first, and I'll take 2. And then Ed will take 2, and I'll finish up with 1. We'll try to find some 7-5-7 flavor amidst those games and give you our NFL picks. We got to bring back Dino's dogs. Dino, have you in on this? Have you give our upsets for the week with that? Maybe we'll get a sponsor for Dino's dogs and bring that back with 7-5-7.
Bring it out of retirement.
Yeah, bring it out of retirement.
Yeah, we got to bring that back,
and then have some hot dogs to go with the donuts. Right here on 757 Saturday Sports Talk on the sellout Ed Young's favorite radio station. What is it?
ESPN Radio 94.1.